Hello. I'm gonna wait a second. I think it's still kind of connecting. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for being here. I don't know where everybody is in the world, but it snowed here in North Carolina, which is kind of weird. Um, so we had a snow day today, which is fun. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for joining. Um, so My name is Jessie Easton. I think you guys already know me. This is Write the Hard Thing, and this is just our weekly invitation to write and to ground and just to connect with our bodies and see what's there and create some space to see if our story wants to come through, right? Hi, Tranquil Rain. It's always good to see your name pop up. Um, so, for those of you who haven't done this practice with me before, um, the flow is that I give a prompt, which you are free to use or ignore. I love prompts because I feel like they are just like little gentle entry points into our story rather than just looking at the blank page. But if the prompt that I give doesn't land with you, or if you want to follow your own thread and use this time to work on something, doesn't, follow whatever is calling to you, however you want to do it. But I will give the prompt and then I will take us through a short grounding just to settle us into our body and into our breath to allow some space to open up to see if the story wants to come through, just to see what's there. And then we will write for 10 minutes. And after that, I will take us through another grounding to just settle us back into the day with a little more ease, like a nice little reset. So, um, hi, Lillian. Good to see you here again. Um, let's see. Today's prompt, we are going to explore endings today and just how they shape who we become. So, endings can look like many things, right? Like a goodbye or a move or a moment when you realized like something could never go back to the way that it was, right? Um, but they can also be softer than that as well. So they could be like the day you stopped waiting for someone's approval, right? That's a good ending, right? Or the moment you chose yourself, or like instead of a pattern that was, no longer serving you or keeping you small, or so you can go whatever way you want to with this prompt today. Um, the prompt is write about a moment that marked the end of something. So you don't have to force like the biggest ending or the hardest one. Just see what rises and just trust your body. And if it happens to be the hard thing, then, go with it. And if you do find yourself getting like tightening or getting flooded as you're writing, just come back to the breath, come back to your body, put your hand on your heart, just take a moment. Okay. So, let's just take a moment now to arrive and to connect and to breathe. So you can close your eyes if that feels good and take a slow breath in through your nose and release. Again, take a deep inhale, letting the breath move all the way into your belly, and exhale. Release. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw, relax your hands. Now call to mind an ending. Where are you? What do you see? What does the air feel like? Notice how your body feels remembering it. Your chest, your throat, your hands. Take a breath into your body. Imagine yourself on the other side of that ending, the person you became after it, how you move differently now. Inhale one more time and exhale. Release. You can open your eyes. Okay. So, again, the prompt is write about a moment that marked the end of something. So, I'm going to turn my screen around and I will give you 10 minutes. I'll let you know when to wrap up, like about 1 minute, when you have 1 minute left. And hi, Michelle. Hi, Janet. I saw you hop on. Let me turn this around. Okay, you have about 1 minute left. Finish up your last thought. Okay. All right. I kinda got lost and I almost missed the timer. Um, okay, yeah, that always goes by so fast. Okay, so let's take a moment to title our piece. I love to see your titles. We had so many great titles last week. Um, if it feels cool for you, just drop it in the chat. There's no pressure, but it is fun to see. It's like a little way to kind of, be seen without sharing your whole story. Um, I also just think titles are important because, especially with this work, because it helps us show it that it is worthy of a title and that it is important, even these like 10 minutes of writing, right? Um, Eric Eric's Corner dropped a piece in the chat. Beautiful. Let me see if it will let me. This is wonderful. I'll read it really quickly and then we will close with some grounding because no one's ever dropped a piece, so thank you. I love seeing a full work. Um, when I was 3, I woke from my nap still flying. The air in my chest was full of clouds, and my arms felt like wings. I had been Superman, not pretending, just being. It felt so good, I ran to tell her. Mom, I was flying. I was Superman. I waited for her eyes to lift. She didn't even look up. She just said, You're too old for dreams like that. Grow up. Something dropped inside me. I didn't know how to name it then. It was like landing too hard and realizing the ground doesn't care. I stood there, feeling the dream leak out of me like air from a balloon. She kept doing whatever she was doing, and I learned how to stay quiet when something beautiful gets broken. I stopped dreaming about flying after that. But sometimes when I wake, I still check the air just to see if it remembers me. Oh my God. That was so beautiful. I'm like getting emotional. Thank you for sharing that. This is such a powerful moment for a child and to recall this. Thank you for sharing. That is incredible. Um, okay. Deep feeler over here. Michelle shared her title, Sister Celebrations. I hope it sounds like there's joy in that, Michelle. I would love to know more. Um, Lots of beautiful words here for Eric's piece. Janet says, that's beautiful. Lillian says, wow, beautiful piece. Rebecca says, wow, that was stunning. Celine says, thank you for sharing. Yes, that was gorgeous. Thank you. So, uh, yeah, I love that. I love hearing pieces. And so it kind of brings me to my next thing before we go into the grounding. Next session will be our last session for the year. I am going to take the rest of the year kind of off from live and to just connect with my family and to see how else the space is going to evolve. I feel like I'm going to be potentially moving it over to Zoom or maybe doing these like once a month and then moving and then also doing like a longer Zoom thing where we can really drop in and go deeper and have more time to write and potentially like share our pieces and just be in community and in safety with each other and just like for greater witnessing and just yeah, it was like really getting into it and connecting. Rebecca says, I wrote about my father's recent passing, but I don't have a title yet. Thank you for the prompt. Thank you. Um, yeah, titling is tricky, and we don't have to force it. Especially when this is a really heavy thing. Um, okay, so let's close with grounding. I definitely need it. So, take a slow breath in through your nose. And a long, full exhale out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in and release. You don't need to fix anything right now or make sense of it. Just breathe and come back to your body. Let's take one final breath together. Hold at the top and release. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for showing up here. I will see you next week. It will be Thursday at noon. I'm flying out tomorrow to go speak at Right to Obey, and I'm going to actually kind of teach this practice in a very an expanded version of it because it's like 2.5 hours. But I'm really excited to drop into this work and to see what comes. It's always a surprise, and I feel like there's always something really powerful on the other side of it. Even just these 10 minutes and having this practice creates like the safety in the body and makes it easier for our stories to come through. Oh, Janet, she says, I wish I found this space sooner. I know the next one will be our like 20th one, I think. So we've been doing it for about 20 weeks or so. But I will be back. Like we'll be doing something. This will evolve and I think it will just keep getting deeper and more intentional and more connected. So I will, so yeah, just like keep a lookout. But yeah, have a lovely week, everybody. I will talk soon.